But you have to pass the 6 pirate tests before you can be pirates. Are you ready? Asked the captain. So what comes first, me hearties? Oh, she doesn't look very nice at all, does she? The swearing test, shouted the pirates. Oh, I could get in a bit of trouble here. I hope Miss Newton doesn't hear this. Mrs. Grinling swore loud and long. The parrot covered his ears. Mr. Grinling thought for a while. Blithering bumbollards, he muttered at last. The pirates shook their heads. Now the sleeping in a hammock in a force 9 gale test. Rock that ship, me bully boys and girls. Mrs. Grinling held tightly to the hammock sides and smiled happily. Mr. Grinling bounced right out of his hammock and was seasick several times. Ooh. The pirates groaned. Oh no. The Jolly Roger flag test, shouted Captain Bozibel. I guess that's her name. Keep the noise down, we're trying to get some sleep. Looks like pirate test number 3. Mrs. Grinling scampered up the rope ladder. At the top, she not only hoisted the flag, but waved her cutlass. Shiver me timbers, shouted the pirates. Mr. Grinling closed his eyes as he started to climb. Don't look down, he muttered to himself. Think of Hamish and Sam. Think of nice things to eat. Peach surprise and iced sea biscuits. Think of... He fell into a barrel of foul-smelling water. I am so sorry, said the captain. They're very... Oh, sorry. They're very polite for pirates, spluttered Mr. Grinling to Mrs. Grinling. It's hard to keep track of these accents, guys. Pirate test number 4, announced Captain Bozibel. Finding the treasure, roared all the pirates. Look at this picture, this is great. It's like a cross-section of the whole ship. Here's the map, said Captain Bozibel. There's lovely treasure hidden on our ship. You've got 10 minutes to find it. "Oh-ar!" shouted the Grinlings, and off they raced. Off we go, Hattie, not much time. Up we go, quickly, Hattie. Nothing here. This is empty. Oh dear. Herbert, I've cracked the code. When all seems lost, all can be won. A surprise awaits under somebody's... I wonder what it's going to be. Not behind the curtains. This map is so difficult. Not in here, Hattie. 10 seconds to go, Herbert. They found the treasure chest under the bottom of a very small pirate. Oh, it was... Oh, that's very naughty, isn't it? That must be Bum, I think. Uh-oh. Open sesame, shouted the pirates. The chest was big enough for only 1 jewel and 2 pieces of 8. We're a little short of treasure at the moment, explained the captain. No decent raids lately. Yeah, they're tough to come by, those raids. And now the most dangerous, the most terrifying, the most dastardly test of them all. Eating pirate food, shouted the pirates. Eating, said Mr. Grinling happily. Now, eating is something I can do. Some of the smaller pirates sniggered. Captain Bozibel laid out the food. 2 maggots and a weevil wriggled across the biscuit. Mrs. Grinling turned quite green, but Mr. Grinling ate it. Weevils, maggots, and all. Hurrah! Cheered the pirates. Oh, look at that. That's horrible. He ate the maggots. Ugh. And now number 6, the final test. If you pass this, you can join our pirate gang. Tell 'em, me bouncing buccaneers. Working the plank, cried the pirates. Oh, said Mrs. Grinling. Dearie me, said Mr. Grinling. The water below looked smoothly dark and menacing. Mr. Grinling wished he was wearing the shark costume. Do you think I could ask for armbands? He whispered. Mrs. Grinling looked at the pirates' faces and shook her head. Is that a shark I see? We've always wanted to be pirates, Mr. G, she said. We aren't afraid of a little bit of water, are we? Goodness no, said Mr. Grinling. but his knees knocked and his tummy felt all wobbly like a jelly. "Ready?" he said, and held his nose. "Steady," said Mrs. Grinling, and she closed her eyes. "Just a minute," said Mr. Grinling, letting go of his nose. "Something's amiss here. Whoever heard of new pirates walking the plank? We could drown before we'd done any pirating." Suddenly the pirates pulled off their disguises. "Surprise, surprise!" they shouted. The Grinlings were so astounded that they nearly fell into the water. "Jason the postman!" exclaimed Mr. Grinling. "Admiral Fleetabix!" cried Mrs. Grinling. "And Sally de la Croissant!" they said all together. "We've heard how long you wanted to be pirates," she explained, "so we planned a pirate experience. We had to be nasty so you'd think we were real." We certainly did," said Mr. Grinling, as he mopped his brow. The lighthouse beamed its last light across the bay. "It's party time," called Jason the postman. He picked up his fiddle and started to play. There's his fiddle. "May I have the pleasure, Pirate Herbert?" asked Mrs. Grinling. "Ooh-ar, Pirate Hattie," smiled Mr. Grinling, and they all danced until they could dance no more. Wow, look at them all dancing on the bed. Ooh. "Sun's up," called Sally de la Croissant. Time for the birthday breakfast." Mrs. Grinling looked worried. "We can't have the party without Hamish or Sam," said Mr. Grinling. They're coming," shouted the children. "Just in time for the food," said Sam as he climbed onto the deck. He placed a large wicker basket at the Grinling's feet and carefully opened the lid. Out jumped... Who's it going to be, guys? Who's going to jump out of the basket? Hamish and Mrs. Hamish and 4 little Hamishes. Oh my gosh. So the cats had a couple of kittens, or 4 kittens. Now that's what I call a real treasure, smiled Mr. Grinling. There you go. So the Hamishes had some kittens. A load of cats, that's what I need, says the seagull. Absolutely. So thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon, and I hope you have a nice week. Bye.